There has been a major change with ChatGPT. Everybody's talking about it. I'm currently doing it on the 13th of July 2026. The new changes came out just a few days ago. So over the weekend, I've been exploring to see what are the changes, how does it impact us if we are using ChatGPT. And I guess the headline news is a lot of people saying they've got these new models, the new ChatGPT 5.6. I don't think that's the main headline. Yes, that's interesting, but they've made a fundamental change of basically combining chat with Codex and with this new area called work. And basically, they are reacting to the success of Claude and particularly Claude Cowork, and how Claude recently combined Claude Cowork with Claude Chat and with Claude Code. So we have a very similar thing now with ChatGPT. And they've done this in both of the browser and the app. So let me show you the browser first. If we go across to there, now if we go here, ignore the message across the top. Someone, probably me, has hit limits, probably because I've been playing around with this over the weekend and with the expensive models as well, but more on that later. So the big thing you'll notice with the browser is that we now have this toggle in the middle at the top between chat and work. And with chat, it's just like we were before. Nothing's different there, but it's work that's different. That work is now doing essentially what Claude Cowork does. So if we just go across to work, one of the things that we can see here, so when we're working here, we can have a chat. We can also, as we can with chats, we can add photos, create images, we can do web search, and we can hook up to our plugins. We can also link to a project. So these are your projects that you'll have in chat if you create a projects, which is useful. Although they are missing, I think, the single most powerful feature of Claude Cowork in the browser. And I'll come back to that later, so hold that thought. We can also access plugins, and one of the things about ChatGPT is there are a lot of plugins. Now, there's a bit of confusion here because plugins are where we access through MCPs other piece of software for accessing information. We could link to our Notion account, our Slack channel, we could link to emails and so on. And OpenAI call them plugins. If you use Claude, they call them connectors. So that gets a bit confusing. Connectors is Claude's word and plugins is OpenAI. In the case of OpenAI, they have a lot more plugins than Claude has connectors. Now we also see, I'm going to come back at the bottom, we can see Open Desktop App. We'll come back to that shortly. You've also got your models, and I found mine was defaulting to 5.6 Sol. It's their new, most powerful model, but don't leave it on 5.6 Sol because that is expensive. You will run out of you'll hit your limits, and which is probably my message at the top of the screen from playing around with it. Anyway, more on the models later. I'll come back to that. We've got some other interesting features. One of the things that they've done is they've also got skills working exactly the same way as Claude and Claude Cowork. And they're hidden a bit. We have to go to the left-hand menu and go to plugins. And when you go to plugins, they have the skills tab at the top. I think it's a bit strange. I think they'll probably move that at some point, but at the moment skills are part of plugins. And skills are really powerful, but the really interesting thing is that from my research, it seems that if you've built skills in Claude, which I have lots of skills, we can then use those exact same skills inside ChatGPT. So I'll be doing videos on skills later. It's a whole new area. It's very powerful. So we'll come back to that. So that's where we find skills and plugins. And you'll also find if you go into your settings, there are some new settings. But what I want to do right now is, let me come back out of that. I think that's all I want to talk about with the browser app, because the one thing that seems to be missing from this, which I think takes away a lot of the power of it, is the thing that I love about Claude Cowork. So for the last few months, most of 2026 so far, I've spent most of my time inside Claude Cowork. And one of the things I love about that is the fact that you have projects and you hook up your projects to folders. And I've done a number of videos on this, excuse me. And that creates so many advantages. It means that your project, your conversations, your chats in that project have access to all the context, the files in there. We can also create memory files, knowledge files. We can also manage those projects. We can rename files. We can organize things and so many more things. That's the thing that I find the most powerful about Claude Cowork. And yet work in the browser doesn't seem to do that, because it's a browser version rather than desktop, and that's where we need to use the desktop version. So let's now go across to the desktop, and this is where you really will want to be working most of the time. So if we go to here into the desktop, this is where it now combines everything. So we've got at the top, you'll see it probably defaults to ChatGPT work. If we hit the drop down arrow, we can toggle to Codex. And I've talked a lot about Codex recently. I think Codex has, in the last few months, so between May, June, and early July of 2026, Codex started to replicate what Claude Cowork does. I've used them both. I use them side by side, and I do like Codex. It's pretty much as powerful as Claude Cowork once you get used to the menu structure. But now what they've done is they brought in ChatGPT work, and they both look very similar. So what's the difference? I'm not sure there's a huge difference, to be honest, at the moment. I think there will become more differences. Codex is more for coding, but we can also use Codex to do all the agentic stuff that I've been teaching for the last few months. So I'm not quite sure yet the difference between Codex and ChatGPT work. That stuff will probably be, that'll get revealed soon, because as I've said, this only came out really at the start of the weekend. I'm on Monday morning right now, and I just want to get this to you as quick as possible. So I will be exploring much more the difference between, should we be in ChatGPT work, should we be in ChatGPT Codex? And at the moment, they seem very similar to me in terms of the layout. In fact, the only real difference is if you look at the menu on work, we've got a new task. We've got scheduled, we've got plugins, we've got sites, which I'll tell you about in a second. It's a new feature, and chat. If we go to Codex, we just have one extra thing called pull request, which is a coding thing. But we seem to have all the same features pretty much between the two. Anyway, I'll stick with work for now. And so one of the things that I love about Claude Cowork, and Codex does the same thing, and now ChatGPT work, if we're using the app, it means that we can hook up our projects to our folders, which is the thing that I find really powerful. But I am finding a limitation, and that is that you have to do that in advance at the moment. So one of the things I like about Claude when it comes to managing our projects, managing our folders, is that we can add folders later. So if I just shoot across to Claude right now, if I'm in a project and having a chat, I've just picked one at random here. We have down here, we have under the context in the bottom, we have the folder it works with, and we can always add a new folder if we want to work it with a specific folder in a particular chat inside a project. So I find that very flexible. If we are in ChatGPT though, with work, what I found is that if we start a task, let me just pick a task that's not been put in a project yet, I don't seem to have, as far as I can see, the option to add a folder. If I click at the bottom in the plus, we do have files and folders. We can add a file, but I can't seem to add a folder. Let me just take a folder like brand assets. If I want to work with brand assets, I don't seem to have an option there. It may be that it's a feature that'll come later. It may be there's a bug. I don't know. So at the moment, I'm just struggling with that. And so if you want the full power of ChatGPT working with folders, you need to set those up the right way from the outset, which I've started doing. So we just go to our projects across here. I do find it quite difficult to find things. It's not as intuitive as Claude Cowork, but that'll change. We'll see a little plus icon next to projects. That's where we can add a project and we can use an existing folder. And that's the important thing. When we use an existing folder, we can connect it with a folder on our desktop, and that project then will be set up with that folder. All future chats will work with that project. So it seems like at the moment with ChatGPT work, we do have to do some advanced thinking and set up our projects with folders before we start diving into chats, because we can't then move a chat later and connect it to a folder. I hope that does change. So some of the other big announcements that they've made is that they've introduced something called sites. Sites is their version of Artifacts. So Artifacts is Claude, and with Claude Artifacts, we can build little websites. And yeah, some people love them. The problem with them is that if you then go to share an artifact, you have a strange looking URL, and there's also a kind of a little warning message. What's OpenAI have done is they've done sites so we can build little websites really easily. It has a much more user-friendly looking URL, so we can build things very quickly that we can share with friends. So sites is really powerful. I'll show you where that is in a short while. What else have they done is they have announced that they will be removing Atlas. Atlas came out back in August of last year, of 2025, and they back then said that Atlas would be the #1 browser. It would compete with and perhaps replace Chrome. It never really happened. It never took off. I know some people still use it. I don't. And so they are now replacing that with a better browser experience inside work. And that's so far early days, looks really impressive. We can do some interesting things there. We can also use computer use, which is really powerful inside both Codex and Cowork. We can also use, now we can access a Chrome extension. So there were some new things. If I just go across to here, if I go into plugins, you will see that you've got computer use you can install. You've got now Chrome. If I go underneath plugins, we'll see we have sites, and this is where we can build little websites and share them with people. So that's something you might think of some useful use cases for. And they're most of the new features. What I want to talk about next, though, is the different models, because they've brought out, I think the features are more exciting, what they brought out with work and the new version on the app. But they've also launched the new model. It's ChatGPT 5.6, and there's 3 versions of that. There's Sol, there's Terra, and there's Luna. Sol is the most powerful one, and Sol is not far off Fable 5. It's very good. It's not as good as Fable 5 from all reports I've seen, but it's pretty good. And also the thing about Sol, Terra, and Luna, or ChatGPT 5.6, is compared to Claude, it's allegedly much more efficient in token use, so you're not going to hit limits as much. But please remember, though, that what you should always be doing is using the right model for the task. I was playing around with Sol quite a bit over the weekend, and I did get pretty much close to my limits, and I was just playing around. So make sure you use the right model. I found with mine, it was defaulting me to Sol. So if I just go back across here, if I start a brand new chat inside work, we can see we've got 5.6 Sol. This is the new model. Use this one sparingly. If we go into the drop down, you'll see that we can then switch between Sol, Terra, and Luna. I guess the other ones will again at some point be removed. They're still there if you still want to use 5.5. That's great for more general use. As for whether you should, which one you should use out of Luna, Terra, and Sol, I guess we'll learn over time from playing around with it, but I would suspect that use Sol for the most important things, but everyday use, you'll probably use Terra or Luna. So check your models. You can also specify the effort for each of them and the speed. And there's a part of me that likes the fact that we've got this ability to be really specific about the model, the effort, the speed, but also it does create a lot more confusion as to which one's the right one to use. For now, you might want to just stick with 5.5 until we start to learn which is the right thing for the right task. Okay, I think that's most of what I want to cover in this video. There are other features and we'll go deep into them in other videos, but the main thing I want to talk about, that as well as the new 5.6 models, I think the big thing is the way that they've now restructured things, partly to mirror what Claude is doing, where we can now have both chat and work inside the browser. But I think the best experience is going to be inside the app, where we've basically got all three combined. We have our chats, we have work, and we have Codex. And just to clarify, because I think I might have glossed over it, is so we saw at the top we have work and Codex, but we still have chat as well. Chat appears down here. You can see your recent chats, and they open up in a new window in the bottom. We can now see chats here. So we are bringing, basically, chats are being brought into the app in a slightly different way, but they're there. You've got your chats, but I think that we'll find that most of the time you'll be using ChatGPT work just because there's more features, and particularly when you start linking it to folders, just like with Claude Cowork. I hope you find that useful. Have a play around with it. It's brand new. We're all learning this. And as I figure out more stuff, I will do some more videos. Bye for now.